Hi there, you're watching ESPNcricinfo newsroom. India squad for the World Test Championship final, as well as the five tests against England in England, have been announced. No Hardik Pandya, no Kuldeep Yadav. Mohammad Shami, Hanuma Vihari, and Ravindra Jadeja are back after injuries. And of course, all of this comes soon after the IPL was postponed indefinitely. Quite a few talking points in the squad, for which we have Aakash Chopra joining us today. Hardik Pandya out, Aakash, Kuldeep Yadav out. You'd probably say Kuldeep Yadav was expected, but what about Hardik Pandya?
Personally, I feel that even Kuldeep Yadav's exclusion is a little harsh. The reason why I say that is he hasn't played a lot of cricket. So just to actually form a firm opinion on uh, that he's not going to actually make it, he's not going to cut it. This is just feels a little hard done by, because he played only one Test match against England on a raging turner, bowled very few overs, picked up a couple of wickets towards the end, did not play on a pitch that was. That produced a 1.5 day test match in Ahmedabad. That pink ball test match, he did not play. After that, again, he did not play. And now he's not a part of the squad for a series. I'm not looking at WTC final in isolation. You've got another five test matches to play starting in August, finishing in September. In COVID times, you have the luxury of having large squads. So why not Kuldeep Yadav? Because you've got as many as four spinning options, but all of them are finger spinners. Ashwin, Jadeja, Sundar, and Akshar Patel. So why not a wrist spinner against a side that tends to struggle
Is
against
it perhaps just saying that you're probably not going to play more than one spinner in your 11 in England, and therefore I get the point about four finger spinners, of course, Akash, but just that Akshar Patel is probably undroppable right now after the series he's had at home against the same opposition, of course, different conditions.
And he still might get dropped. The fact is now Jadeja will be available. There'll be Ravichandran Ashwin, and he might not feature in the first Test match that India plays against England. I'm not talking about WTC. He may not play there. So Kuldeep, I would have taken personally. Hardik, I think there is a call of sorts has been made with regards to his immediate Test career, at least, because he was a part of the Test team when England were here. The hope was to get him ready for longer, the long format of the game. But I think he's made a decision that I'm not going to bowl.
Five fast bowlers. You have Jasprit Bumrah, Ishant Sharma, Mohammad Shami, all certainty. Six fast bowlers, actually. You also have Mohammad Siraj. You have Shardul Thakur, you have Umesh Yadav. Only name that's missing is probably Bhuvneshwar Kumar.
And once again, one name that I would have liked to be on that flight to England. Once again, not thinking about the World TC final, but the five Test matches that follow the World TC final in June. So the five Test matches starting in August, finishing in September. I think Bhuvneshwar Kumar can't actually play five Test matches on the bounce. It doesn't have that kind of fitness anymore. But he could be an asset. Once again, keeping the conditions in mind, keeping these COVID protocols where you can actually have larger squads. You already have announced 20. Why not carry one more guy along who can give you a match-winning, game-changing performance? So you see a greenish pitch. You think that these are ideal seaming conditions, swinging conditions. Let's have Bhuvi for that Test match, and then just keep rotating, because five Test matches, no set of four bowlers is going to last those five.
There is Rohit Sharma, Mayank Agarwal, Shubman Gill, who are the three openers in the squad itself. And you have Abhimanyu Easwaran as the number four, let's say, and no Prithvi Shaw. What do you make of that?
I am slightly surprised, disappointed. If I were Prithvi Shaw, I'd actually be thinking that, you've given me only so many opportunities. I played one Test match in Adelaide. I got out, and since then I've not gotten too many opportunities to play. Shubman Gill made his Test debut in Melbourne, so that was the second Test match of the series, if I remember correctly. Prithvi played only one game. Before that, he had a decent tour to New Zealand. He scored a Test century on debut. He's been phenomenal ever since. Vijay Hazare, Saeed Mushtaq Ali, and also now IPL. I'm not saying that you should count the IPL runs when you're looking at Test selections, but you're talking about a guy who was in your scheme of things 3 months ago. He was your first choice opener in Australia. You look at just the composition of your openers. Rahul, I don't know when was the last time he played Test cricket. So when you look at those four opening choices, none of them is giving you a lot of confidence. Pedigree, yes, but performances off late, there's nothing to really write home about. So why not Prithvi Shaw in the mix as well? I would have had him.
Right. And dare I ask you about the fourth name in that list of standbys, Akash? Arjun Nagwaswalla. Um,
Yes.
None of us, I don't think you've seen him. I haven't seen him. And, what I do know about him is that in the last Ranji Trophy 2019-20, he was the highest wicket taker for Gujarat, left armer. Nippy,
41.
I hear. Yeah.
Hmm.
Uh, yeah, 41 wickets, 18.36 average, all pretty decent numbers. Um, why do you think he's been picked? I mean, Avesh Khan,
So,
decent IPL, of course,
hmm.
decent performer domestically. Prasidh Krishna, he's been moving up the ranks. It's a neat surprise. You like one or two surprises like this in a squad, but what do you make of
So I spoke to Parthiv before jumping on this call because he obviously
it?
knows Gujarat players a lot better than all of us do. So he says that he's a faster version of Chetan Sakaria. So we have all seen Chetan Sakaria and we've liked him. He's got the ability to move the ball both ways.
Yeah,
Arzan also does the same thing. He's nippier. He's faster in the air. So he can touch higher 130s consistently. Can bowl really well with the old ball is what I've been told. Goes round the stumps quite often, make the ball reverse swing quite nicely, uses those angles, and he's been impressive. The only thing that he doesn't have right now, because he's not very tall, he doesn't have the bounce of Prasidh Krishna. But other than that, he's been there in the circuit for a while, and last season was his breakthrough season. So just call up, even though it's in the standby. I think he will travel with the squad, because you now can't have too many, or rather any net bowlers in these
yeah.
COVID times. So you need more bowlers to be around, and left arm fast bowlers. Virat Kohli, you know that he likes left arm fast bowlers. Generally, he has got this affinity towards them.
Last question before wrapping up. COVID, um, travel related problems. There is the UK red list where India is part of it as far as travel is concerned. The WTC final gets over on June 22nd, doesn't it? Yeah, if it goes the
Yeah,
distance, it's June 22nd in Southampton. Then the first test is the 4th of August. So there's
August.
all these young men who have to be kept busy uh, for a pretty long period of time.
It is a challenge, but these are
Mm,
challenging times, Shamo. Everybody realizes that
yeah,
these are strange, tough times that we are living in, and I think players won't really mind too much beyond a point, because see, there are things that are out of your control. So by
yeah,
now, everybody understands that control the controllables. Previously, it was just an idiom. Now we live it,
yeah,
and don't worry about other things. Maybe they'll be in a slightly a safer environment with regards to their practice. They're moving about, because England is not experiencing the second wave like we are, and we don't know. There is no end in sight at this point in time. So see, cricket is already happening. So we saw
yeah,
Jofra Archer bowling for Surrey second 11 or whatever.
yeah,
So
yeah.
so we know that cricket is happening. Pretty safe country at this point in time from COVID standpoint. So this is the best thing that you can get in these extraordinary times.